sale. So this is shade cloth that is 9 meters by 4 meters. I've done the inside thing. For those that are following along at home in my Facebook group, my feet came. So I can now continue to sew. The thread I'm using is M20, which is insanely thick and cannot be used on the green machine. This size is a needle is size 22, and these are the new feet that came. These are just cheap eBay jobs, so I'm really hoping that it works out well, but we'll see. So I've sewn this strapping. I've double folded it over like I would a rolled hem, and this is inside here to give it stability and strength. It's like seatbelt webbing. So now I get to sew the outer edge. And the corners are really, really thick, so that should be interesting as well. So off we go. Hi, Margaret. I don't have my laptop today, so if I miss questions, I do apologise. I'm pretty excited the feet came. I actually ordered 3. Oh, and the hardest bit about all this is I currently have to stand up and like maneuver it so I can get to the whole edge. This thing is ginormous and I want it out. So a shade sail. So it's going to go over the top of the deck to block out the sun. I don't know what else you'd call that. I call it a shade sail. But this is for our giant deck that we have. It's hot where I live, and a little bit of shade will help. I did get my part. They came early, which is exciting because they told me they wouldn't be here till at least next week. So I ended up getting 3 different feet. Ugh. And I want this done so that I can have my sewing room back. I've had to move this machine away from its normal spot. This is also blocking my ironing table, so I want it done as soon as possible. Now, see right there, I also have to keep an eye on bobbin because I just ran out there. So I get about 1.5 or about 2 sides. Now, my husband made me this glorious table so that I can use it like a normal sewing machine. And then I have the cylinder option. Now, just to show you how huge these bobbins are, look at the size of that compared to my finger. There you go. So, okay, a canopy. All right, I just have to get my other bobbins. Oh. I have this glorious box. You can get it for, this is a Janome large bobbin case, but it holds these really, really well. And I pre-made a whole bunch, hoping that this will be enough. So we will see. The challenge is in the corners here. So that's doubled over that way. And then I create a loop so I can attach these things. That's what these are for. These go on here, so that we can attach it in the corners. But this here is quite thick, and that's where I hand crank so that I don't break my machine, and that's where the last foot broke, actually. So we will be hand cranking the corners due to my paranoia, and I bought extra feet in case this one breaks as well. Although it's brand new, so I'm hoping it won't, but obviously no promises there. This is a new cap, so I kind of have to bash it on. Oh. And then lift up the table and slot it in. My husband is very clever. This is just plyboard. Like, I don't know how thick that is. 7 mil, I think he did. Alright, where was I up to? Here. So, I'm going to employ the upholsterer's method, where I do a few stitches and then lift up and come back and go back through the first lot rather than back stitching. Back stitching concerns me. I've also got my little handy dandy light. I don't actually need it. I could probably turn it off so you can see better. I only needed it really to thread because there is no light above me where I'm currently sitting, so it's a lot harder to see threading black in the dark. This side's pretty easy. The last, to fold it over, I was doing about this much at a time and then stop, and then this much and then stop. So this side's much, much easier, much like the second side of a strap. But the double stitching will help with stability. And I'm all about, I don't want this breaking. This costs like $400 and something for all this shade cloth. We are not messing it up. It's about $30 something a meter, and we needed 9 meters. Plus this stuff, which is seatbelt webbing, and I think it's 1 1/4 inch, 1 1/2 inch, I don't remember. Ugh. The hardest bit of all of this is maintaining the giant amount of fabric, I swear. The positive side is it is all just straight lines. So, yay to that. So see, here's an end. This is where things are going to start getting all weird and complicated. Because I have to reinforce the corner. That's where all the weight and pressure is going to be. But it's so thick, I'm really paranoid to do it. So, sometimes I'm going to sew up to here. And then we're going to go back and do a few stitches. And then we're going to attempt to tackle the corner. So, this is the bit I'm concerned about because it is so thick. This is where I will be hand cranking. So I'm thinking I might go diagonally from in this corner up and then down. This is the bit that snapped my foot last time because of all the tension. So, and it just come unthreaded. Lucky me, and I can't see. So back comes the light so that I can see. Also, I need a clean edge. This needle is huge. This size is not needed for bags, by the way. You don't have to have a size 22 needle. It's outrageous. But I do it anyway. So I'm going to hand crank and hopefully it's going to go up. Ooh, see? The paranoia is strong here. I'm also making sure it's not shredding anything. I'm going to pull that out and check it. The other option I have maybe is to hammer that down. I'm thinking maybe I should hammer it down to squish it. I don't think my pliers are going to do much, but we might hammer that because that in there is really thick. So I'm going to skip over it and we'll come back to it. It can't hurt. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me hammering things. So I'm going to do 4 and then I'm going to go back and then we're just going to do these bits. And I have made this strapping on the inside be one continuous piece. Oh. Oh. There's an insane amount of fabric. This is officially the biggest project I've ever done. And this is all just reinforcements. The big concern is the corners. If I wasn't live, I'd take it outside and hammer it and come back, but we are, so. Is my stitching perfectly straight? Absolutely not. Do I care? Also no. Nobody's going to be looking at my stitching. Everyone's just going to be impressed that I made it. Let's be honest. Oh, this is such a machine. I am sweating from this already. It's not even hot outside yet. I also never get my fingers too close. The paranoia is real that I will one day get my finger. I turn the fan on. But yeah, the biggest challenge for me personally is maneuvering this much fabric. Pretty sure this was a short side, by the way. I also have to keep an eye on the stitching so that the bobbin doesn't run out. Oh, oh my gosh. Hold on, I gotta stand up and move up. Ugh. That. So much fabric. You can't really see it, but I can, look, it's all just bunched up here and continues out the door. It's insane. It's not really what I had planned to do today. I have a market on the weekend and I need to make price tags, but it's more important for me to get this out of the room. At least this side's going quicker than the other side. The problem is now it's too bunched up here and it's pushing back. And we don't want that either. It's sewing it quite easily though, which I like, except for these crazy bulky corners. But we're gonna get it to that. Ugh. Not terribly exciting to watch, I guess. I am just going to get my pliers and try it. It can't hurt to try. These are the Glorious. I don't really know if it's going to help all that much, but, you know, who knows. But that is insanely thick. I'm going to manually crank this because this is how I broke my foot last time. On these cornery bits, and I don't want to break it again if possible. That is very thick. And oh my gosh, not loving this at all. The paranoia is strong. And it seems to be shredding some of my thread, which is also not ideal. But I didn't break a foot, so yay! Okay, so we got around that corner. That was made me quite happy, actually. I never sew super thick things with my foot. I just don't feel like breaking my machine, my needle, my timing, my everything. Ugh. Okay, so this is going to be a short side. Here's also... Oh, I dropped my snips. Ugh. Here's a stop-start point, obviously where I ran out of bobbin thread last time, which means it's possibly coming again. It's a good thing to keep an eye on. I'm not as in tune with this one, so I don't necessarily hear it as quickly. But so far so good. See, that sounds like it. Oh, and it did. Okay, I can hear it. That's exciting. Ugh. I keep dropping my snips. Ugh. This whole thing is just awkward, guys. But it will be satisfying when I have a shade sail. I'm also starting to think I'm going to need more bobbins. This is the last one I've got wound. I wind them on the green machine because I don't like this winding thing. We're not friends. It's not as good. You can't go as fast. Alright. Did I get it? I did. Good. Put this on. Click. Ugh. Bring the table back. Always the more tricky part of this. If anybody wants to know, the way my husband got this is he put a piece of paper and then just traced it. And he got it pretty smack on for like first try ever. Alright, so we're going to stitch. We're going to go back and stitch through the same ones. And then I'm going to stop there and trim off the tails because I will not be coming around for a third pass. That just feels silly. Hello, hello. I will probably also end up making the shade sail to go over the pool. Because then it can be the same color. Comes another crazy corner. See how it's not attached? I need to attach it, which means I need to sew it. It's all just a lot. This does squish it down a little bit. I might even end up going back to my people and seeing if I can use one of their machines to sew just the corners. Alright, here we go again. Corner time. Ooh, get up the hill. No, I will not be manually doing this. I'm really paranoid I'm going to break another foot, because this is how I broke it last time. But so far I haven't broken the thread on that one, so that's good. And then across we go. Ooh. This is crazy thick thread. My husband can break it with his hands, but it takes a lot of effort. And his other mate that's a bodybuilder couldn't do it. So, it is a very, very strong thread. Aha! Success! Oh, I feel good about that. I don't know about you guys. I'm very excited that I just did that. Ooh, okay, so now I get to pull it so it's kind of tucked up into here. It's such a workout. Who needs a gym, right? Just make shade sails all day. You'll have like bulging muscles by the end of this. Also, not that you should go and spend hundreds of dollars to practice, but a really good way to practice straight stitching and like continuous flow with your hands. Just saying. Now I have to stop because the bulk is too much. What a mission. At least this is the short side, I think. And more importantly, it's side 3 of 4, which means I'm nearly done, except for the corners. Maybe it's a long side. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. Hello from the office, Amanda. My feet came. I'm making my shade sail. Which in America is called a canopy. So there you go. Which I mean makes sense. That would come from the whole canopy of trees that just filter in light. I see where that name comes from. I assume ours comes from pirate ships because they have a sail and this is like a sail but it gives shade. The word canopy instantly makes me think of the movie Fern Gully where Robin Williams is the crazy bat. I have no idea what time it is at the moment. Ugh. Oi, don't be stuck on the door. so much fabric, guys. 614, thank you. I'm so happy that I get to play with my cylinder arm again. And I think I'm going to ignore my husband's advice and maybe paint it. I really want to paint this machine. It's got a lot more things than my other one. The green machine would definitely be easier to paint than this. This, you can't see. See these here? These are little oil points. You're meant to drop oil in there well, if you use it every day, once a day. I love the Buddy song. The Buddy song is fantastic. It is in one of my car road tripping playlists. Get me another one. Get me another animal. So good. And the fact that Robin Williams raps is also very cool. Hello, Las Vegas. We're making a canopy for those in America. Oh, that sounds like it runs. Wait. Does that sound weird to you? No, we're good. It just sounded weird. This is technically only. Hello, Jessica.
Christmas.
It's not Christmas. It was Halloween yesterday, sweetie. Christmas is next month. He ran in my sewing room to tell me it's Christmas. There's people if you want to say hello. Alright. Next end. Let's squish it again. The other song I love from that movie is Toxic Love, that is sung by Tim Curry. So good. Yes, my cylinder arm is back. The feet arrived. So I ended up getting this one that's like the normal foot, and then I've got one that's for the left and one that's for the right, because it was cheaper to buy a 3-pack from overseas delivered than it was to get one in Australia, and nobody had them in stock in Australia when I was looking. They all were like, you have to wait till we get them from overseas. So I went, stuff it, I'll get it myself from overseas. Alright, here's the tricky bit. Reposition myself. Paranoia is real. I will not machine stitch this. Whoa, for that reason right there. Hey, we're back to the start. I'm finished. Woo! Did not see that coming. Thought I still had more edges to do. So, since we're at the end, I'm going to see if I can manually squish it diagonally. Again, hand cranking, which yes, takes a really long time. And sorry, my hand's in the way, isn't it? Let's just make you a bit taller so that's not a thing. Jesse does love Christmas. He likes the decorating part. He likes the present part like all kids, but he really likes decorating. He put up all our Halloween decorations and showed us where they were going to go this year. Made him very happy. Oh, see? Right, there we go. I just refuse to manually put my foot down there. But I do feel good about that. That went a lot quicker than I thought it would. Honestly, I thought I had more. I'm wondering if I should go that way as well. Or if I'm pushing my luck. I don't know. Grab the other corner, wherever it may be. We're going to go backwards this time. Now I get to tackle all the cornery bits, which I'm less excited about, if I'm honest. But I am still going to squish it. I should actually get my husband to squish it. He has more muscles than me. He's also asleep right now. But he does have more muscles than me, and I reckon he could squish this flatter. Or he would break my pliers. It could go either way. Alright. I don't know if I want to do this. I really don't think I want to do that. It makes me very paranoid. It's only because this is the corners is how I snapped the other foot. And when I say snapped, I kept it so I can show you. Literally snapped half the foot off. The paranoia is strong. But I do need the corners to be secure. That is where all the tension will be. So, kind of have to suck it up and do it anyway. Even though I'm a very paranoid individual about it. Oh, like right there. In the thick of it. Whew. Not cut out for this. And did I just run out of bobbin thread? Whoa! Okay. I pushed the wrong foot pedal. I've got a foot pedal to raise the feet, and I've got a foot pedal to go, and I just did the wrong one. It's fine, I'm fine, we're all fine. And then this clips onto there. And then that way, that goes like that, and then we can hang it against the stuff. I'm fine, it's fine. Alright, next corner. I have to do them. And now I don't have to cut this to a different machine because it is, for the most part, coating. Hey, beautiful. There's a lot of fabric in your way. You're going to have to push your way in if you want to come in. It's almost like hand sewing. It is just mentally as annoying, but it needs to be done. You can't have chocolate for breakfast.
I just need it. So.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're stuck. We're stuck.
It's just I can't even find my tablet.
Well, you don't need your tablet, and you don't need chocolate for breakfast. You can have normal stuff for breakfast. Yeah, none of that worked. I don't know why it didn't work either. Might just be too thick. No, that's not doing anything. It's not threaded. This is the bit that worried me, right? So there's 2 layers of this and 6 layers of the shade cloth in these corners, and that's why it's so insanely thick. Also, can't see the needle to thread it. Oh, and I just shredded it. Even better. This is so thick, this thread. I don't know what it translates to in texts, but it is M40. It's M20, sorry. Oh no, this is M150. That's even, you know? No, it's M20. It doesn't tell me a text number, but still. Very thick. Also, I think I bent my needle, maybe. That's hitting metal. See, right there, hitting metal. Don't know why. did bend my needle. Very real possibility. Whatever. I'm okay with it. It's fine. Alright, next one. Ugh. It just keeps going. Oh, I reckon this is the one where I snapped the needle because I got halfway through it. I'm guessing. I mean, I could be wrong. I just don't think that I am. Ah! This machine requires a really long tail or it constantly unthreads itself. More so than the green machine. You think I'm bad on the green machine? I'm way worse on this one. You're gonna hit the reverse switch. Oh, you make sure your needle's up. I find it works better. Can you hear that? It's hitting something. I don't know why. Alright, diagonally down, here we come. That is so thick. I don't know how much these are doing to help, but it does make me feel better to do it, so. Oh, at least that went smoothly, I guess. Oh, except for like right there. Needle up, back stitch, lock it in. Okay, didn't snap a needle or a foot or an anything. Yay! I think that's it. I think the first one's good. If I can find it amongst all this. I will put up a photo. See, I've already done that one. Oh, I'm done. You have no idea how exciting that is. I can take it out of the zone. Thank you all for tuning in. I will put a photo up in Facebook when it is hung. I am assuming my husband will want to do it as soon as he gets home from work today. It's a fair assumption. He has been asking me constantly, have the feet arrived, have the feet arrived. So I'm assuming he really quickly wants it up. We decided we weren't going to buy an outdoor table until we had the shade sail, because it'll be too hot to sit out there anyway. Yeah, today is the 1st. I will be releasing the videos I've been working on for the last couple of weeks, because the Inkling and the Kraken's pre-order opens today. So the theme is like pirates and mermaids. There's a lot of very cool fabric. I only had a small snippet of the overall choices. There are heaps. But like these bags, look at the mermaids. And that one? That's the tattoo bag, although somebody has already messaged me to say they want to buy that, so that one's no longer for sale. But I've done a baby bag. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. But there's a lot of really cute fabrics. If you guys are in the market for fabrics, I assume it will show up officially in the New Year. So you could like treat yourself to a New Year's present. Anyway, I'm going to go and see what terrors my child's up to. You can't keep him unattended for too long. I love Inkling's fabrics. I'm obsessed. I have so much of their vinyl. I just need to find time to use it all, and I want to use it on the perfect project. But I have like glow-in-the-dark Harry Potter and like hippogriffs, and I got one the other day. It's got geckos on it. I really love it, but I just haven't decided what bag I want to do yet. Part of me said do one of these, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm off. See you next time.